Look at him, he's heading for that small moon.
I think I can get him before he gets there. He's almost in range.
That's no moon. It's a space station.
It's too big to be a space station.
Very bad feeling about this.
Hey, what's going on? Oh man, I love that new intro. It's so funny. That was me bored on like Saturday morning with no soccer and nothing going on. I think it was Saturday morning, right? Or was it Sunday morning?
I don't remember, but you were super excited.
Yeah, I can probably look and see when I made it, but yeah, it's pretty funny. Let's see if I can figure it out. Clips, every video. Oh, properties.
Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday. I did make it Sunday. Oh, hey, what's going on? Does the audio sound good?
Next time, Spaceballs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Spaceballs would be cool because there's tons of like random clips on YouTube you can find. And I mean, I guess it could get copyrighted, but like no one's going to watch my videos to copyright that. Like, and then like they just use like their algorithm to do music like copyrights. Like no one's gonna go in and check for like a random clip from Star Wars. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna start grabbing random like clips like that and make intros and outros. What, you got one you want to make?
Yeah.
What?
Tremors.
How would you wait? What would Tremors be?
when the thing comes up out of the ground, it's like like yells when it comes up out of the ground. You can have like the going gray symbol fly out of its mouth.
Oh, okay. I don't remember jumping out of the ground.
I
remember the tentacles coming out, and they're like hiding on the rocks.
It's like a big round like snake thing.
Yeah, I know what a tremor. Yeah, I don't remember that, but we could use that. That'd be a good one. I'm sure I can think of. I was thinking like the Indiana Jones when he's running and that ball is chasing him.
Oh, that would
like
be
the giant boulder, and just have like the going gray thing.
Can you make it do that?
I don't know, because I got to figure out how to like put it inlaid behind the person running. Otherwise, it would just be like someone's legs and like, you know what I mean? Like it wouldn't work right. Because like if you look at that, I cut it off right as it's getting to the edge of the Millennium Falcon where they're sitting.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have like gone in front of like the edge. I'm sure there's a way I can like crop it, but it would be really hard to like crop it in sequence. But I can do something like that.
It'd be funny to do Willy Wonka. When the girl eats the blueberry bubble gum or whatever and she blows up.
Oh, yeah. The girl that gets what she wants all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Oh, people. Hey, what's going on, Dave? I'm glad you're up so early. It was random. This morning, Dave had like a morning live.
I heard.
And I was like, he was like, yeah, what time's your live or whatever? It's like, it's 7:30. And I'm like, I like Googled like Thai time convert like thing. So I wasn't sure. But it's morning there. It's tomorrow there. Hello. I'm sure the 5th is a great day.
Good morning.
Ryan made it. I'm glad you're up this early too. I thought you guys down in Patia like slept until like the afternoon and then just stayed up all night. I've been trying to take a drink of this the whole time we were talking and I keep coming up with things to say.
Okay, pause. Take a drink.
Oh, I thought you were going to show me something.
Okay, there you go. Now you can keep talking.
I gotta swallow it first. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you like the intro. I don't know. I don't even know why I found that. I think I was just looking for like a little clip of like, you know, that's no moon or like it's a trap or something, and then it just turned into an intro.
Ooh, you could do the "there's something on the wing."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I can do those. You can. They don't even have to be intros. They can just be like little clips that get thrown in. Because I've done that before with like people's videos and stuff. But I thought that was funny because I have like a Star Wars tattoo. It's the Death Star, and it says "That's no moon" across it. So I was like, that's fitting.
I want to get.
That's the best thing that came out of Oklahoma when we lived there. Is I got a tattoo because that place sucks. What do you want to get?
I want to get a stormtrooper holding his helmet with a sloth head. That's what I want.
You want his helmet? Oh, this you wanted the sloth as wearing the
stormtrooper outfit.
The stormtrooper. Okay. So I want to get a stormtrooper pinup girl. Have you seen these?
Yes.
Yeah, they're funny. Like this one. This one's great. Here, you guys can see that.
Such a weirdo.
Isn't that great? I think it'd be funny.
Yeah.
Because you have a pinup girl,
I
like cheerleader. So Spaceballs would be cool.
She has lingerie on.
I could have like when it turns into the vacuum and sucks all the oxygen out. I could do something with that. She had your girl.
Yeah, she's lingerie on,
Yeah.
not a cheerleading outfit.
Well, but she looks like a cheerleader. She's got like Ohio State stuff. It's Betty Page. Audio's good. Thank you. Audio's good. Thanks. Everybody's saying hi. So yeah,
Hello.
nothing really going on special. Just wanted to do another live. We're trying to keep up with them. Jamie said once a month. I'm thinking maybe every 2 weeks because
He might be solo on some
the
of them.
problem is that I forget everything that happens, so I don't remember. So I need to like make notes in my phone of like what happened and stuff. But
That would
man,
be a good idea.
this week at work, I've just been. So we teach this targeting class, and we're getting certified. So I've been just rehearsing all the stuff for the class because the guys are coming from Fort Sill down to Bliss to do a certification for us during the next class all next week. So that's fun because I have tons of other stuff I need to do too. But what are you doing? Shopping for furniture?
I was looking to see how much the couch
how much is it?
$4.99.
That's not bad. We can get it. We're gonna get like this cool like love seat thing that it's a full size though, right?
Oh.
So it's kind of like a futon, but it's weird because the back of it folds over.
So it looks like this.
Got it. There you go.
And then
Swipe.
it folds out. Oh.
Yeah, there you go. That may explain it. Like the bed crosses over the back, so it's like a futon, but it's like extra big.
And it just lays flat, so it's a full-size bed. But it would be perfect for back here in the corner because, one, we don't have a lot of guests, but it seems like when we do. Sorry, I just saw something Dave said.
What?
Yes, he was in the wrong channel. He thought this was a motorcycle channel.
Oh yeah, we'll get some motorcycle stuff later if the camera stays on because it's like getting ready to storm like crazy outside, which is good. So hopefully we don't get any electricity outages. But yeah, in this room we took up the major like one wall that's not like by a window to have this big long double desk that we have that takes up the whole side of the room up to like the door. So you can just still get in the room.
I used to have a corner desk which took up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they saw
space
it
or
in other
whatever.
videos. It was back there.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we looked about putting this one over there, and then someone would be sitting in front of the window. So we could always move stuff around, but this is how it is for now. So the little bed would go back there, and we could keep it turned like a couch sitting this way for now, and then turn it when somebody comes and stays.
Yeah.
Or like when my parents come and visit, and then we kick our son out of his room, and he could sleep in here on that. Yeah. Oh, Ron. What's going on, Ron? Mr. Ron John. Dave Ryan. There's always yelling. I don't know if you noticed, Ron, but when I say hi to people on Dave's channel, I'm like, hi, or whatever. But whenever I say hi to Ron John, I always have it like in all caps. Like, hey, Ron John. It's like his thing. So we can see it better. Oh, make notes. I used to put notes on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's basically what I've started to do. And then we kind of had a little powwow right before this started of what certain things we wanted to make sure we talked about. Because I think sometimes we get just talking and then I forget to bring certain things up. But
I tried to ask him if he fixed an issue, and he was like, we'll talk about it.
oh, yeah. So
Come on.
motorcycles. So, man. All right. So there's some what phrasing do I want to use? Some circumstances that have arose with the motorcycle. So I did the last modifications you guys saw. So I did the snorkel delete and everything like that. But then I kept having this rattle, and I think just because I was listening more, because I tightened the chain, that I was worried that like I had done something wrong. I want to make sure there wasn't like weird, grinding sounds or something from the chain not being straight, or the sprocket. And I kept hearing this rattle. So I'm like, man, something's loose on this bike. So let me pull it in the garage. So I pull it in the garage. I go through everything. Everything that I touched, I checked to make sure it was tight. So everything's tight on the axle. Everything I put on the headlight covers and the new windscreen and everything is good. And then I'm like, okay, cool. I ride to work the next day, and I'm like, it's still rattling. I can't figure it out. I take it in the garage, and I touch like the skid plate underneath the bike, and it's like loose. like there's one bolt holding it on, because I forgot I had taken all that off to put the exhaust on. So like the plastic cover's there, and it has like 10 screws, and all those are in there. But like the one that had just 3 bolts that actually hooked to the engine, 2 of them had like rattled loose, because it's just a single cylinder. So it has a lot of vibration, especially when I'm going to work on the highway on it. It's just a constant hum, which I'm sure just rattled things loose. So anyway, so I took that off like in haste one day before work. I was out there like laying in my uniform in my garage, unscrewing this one little bolt that I had to like get an extended Allen key for. And I took that off, and it still had a rattle. And I'm like, what in the world is rattling? So I determined it was the AliExpress, like, what is it called? I think I took a screenshot, or maybe I'd have it just up here. It's an AliExpress kickstand extension pad. So I put this on the bike, right, on the kickstand foot, because it gives it a bit of a wider footprint. So if you park in the dirt or anything, the bike won't fall over. But the 3 screws on it, I tightened them down. I moved the bike. I tightened them down. Like I moved the kickstand, kept tightening down, had Loctite in there and everything. And I couldn't undo the screws. The screws were like Loctite in, but it was still rattling. So I took a zip tie and like jammed it in the back, and then cut the zip tie and then jammed it in the back and cut it like to just kind of pin it on my ride to work. And there was no vibration. So I fixed the vibration. I identified the vibration. And then it was a bunch of me with a drill and a Dremel tool, like cutting and drilling to get these screws out so I could take it off. And that's what I did yesterday. It was more difficult. Spoiler, it was more difficult than the tightening of the chain, as far as like how much work it took.
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy rattle, because I heard it in the living room.
Yeah.
From the garage. So over his bike. His bike's pretty loud.
Yeah. 100 a day. Yeah, I think right now.
I was actually looking at that. A high 106, but right now I think it's like 100. Might be cooling off a little bit because it's
102. 102 right now at almost 7 o'clock at night with a storm rolling in. So it's going to be over 110. It's like 110, I think Monday, something like that.
I thought it was Saturday.
Yeah, but it's going to, hope it's not tomorrow. But yeah, so it's definitely still a heat wave here.
Luckily, we don't. Oh, it is Monday now. But 108
yeah,
tomorrow, exactly. 109 on Sunday. Yeah. Oh, next Sunday.
Next Sunday?
99.
Whoa, we're going to go back down.
It'll probably go back up by then.
Yep, he's not screaming. Misalignment. Yeah, see, I was worried about it being a misalignment. But it wasn't. I was just being like kind of hypersensitive because I was concerned I had done something wrong. But it ended up being something totally different. So I need to do like a review of all that AliExpress parts I bought, because really I spent like $120 on all this AliExpress stuff. And the windscreen, like the actual brand name one, costs more than that. So it was worth it. But some of the things have become a nuisance. So I should do an update for sure. Chasing a rattle. Exactly. Is on a Sportster. Yeah. The thing would rattle. Yeah. And it being like just a single cylinder, just a thumper engine, like it vibrates all the time. Like I have that little mount for my phone, and like I debated maybe turning the camera on my phone and shooting it at myself. So I had like the two angles, but it just sits there like this the whole time. Like it's gonna break my phone eventually. And it even has like a dampener in it. Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely rousing. I definitely on the highway, like it's not as bad as I anticipated, but it definitely gets vibrating for sure. Hey, what's going on?
Hello.
This individual started messaging me because they had somebody in my brigade in Korea too.
Oh, cool.
So they started. I think they messaged me like, where do I go to get the pickup or what time?
Oh, okay.
How do I? And I'm like, they'll call you at times and stuff. But yeah, so you've been following along, watching videos because they watched the one where we went down to the graffiti wall.
Oh, okay.
And they were like, oh man, we should have done that. I'm like, it's there. They don't wash it off until like the week before they go do the graffiti. They paint over it in black. So definitely.
I'd be curious to see how thick that paint is.
Yeah. I mean, because spray paint isn't super thick though.
Well, no, but
I think,
yeah,
I think the black paint covered up is probably a little thick for sure.
Yeah.
That's like, when I was at Walks, when I was at the candidate school, there's like this block that you're supposed to like put the guide on it and everything, and they repaint it because every class is a different color, and they repaint it, and the paint on that's like now it's almost like a dome instead of like a normal like square, like a rectangle, because there's so much paint that's on it. Yeah, it was crazy. Got to go for morning walk. Okay, have fun. That's more than I did today.
Don't forget to stretch.
Yeah. Don't hurt yourself. Everybody's getting hurt. That's something we can talk about. Everybody getting hurt in Thailand. It was like an epidemic there for a short period of time.
That was crazy.
Yeah. So, and I know Chuck and Paige just put out a video, so we'll probably watch it later after this about what they're doing next. But
yeah, glad Kara's out of the hospital.
I hope she finds a way to adapt as she's healing.
Yeah.
In Surin, or not in Surin, in
Bangkok.
Prachuapkhirkan.
Yeah. Oh.
Or wherever they're going. I feel like Chuck pretty much was saying like they're going to go on like another road trip, and like she can heal at the beach in a bungalow, and like there's no need to race around. I think he was
just joking about that.
I don't know, because the title of their next episode is "We Can Go Anywhere" or something like that.
Yeah,
so
that's true. I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Dave had a little health scare, and then Bobby. I started watching Bobby's video right before the live stream because he had the spine surgery.
Oh, that's
like
right.
His C2, like we're up at the top, and they said like he could have been paralyzed. So I'm glad he's recovering well. It's crazy that he was just going on a plane. He was just going to do a checkup, and then they were like, no, like literally, if you fall down, like you could be paralyzed. So yeah,
that's crazy.
It is a crazy video. He's got like the whole neck brace thing on and everything. Yeah. People in Thailand are up in age, and the younger ones drink. Exactly. Yeah. I think that's why it's funny the dynamic there, because there's so many YouTubers that have channels that are in Thailand and stuff, and like some of them are just partying constantly. And then I watch some of them and they're like in their 50s and they're partying constantly. It's always them at these go-go bars and then with these girls, and we're going out. I'm like, dude, you're like, and you like, what's that? Zoom to Thailand is one of them. I found him through James Chocolate Man Thailand, who's having his 50th birthday party this weekend, probably Thailand time today, I think. So happy birthday. But they like go out in like their clubs and they're buying bottles, and like I'm like,
I'm too over that crap.
I am not. That's not me at all. I prefer a nice like bar counter, like, and then the road's right there, and then the beach is like right out there. Like I've seen a couple of them like that. I'm like, man, that's where I want to hang out. That'd be a good spot.
We went to a soccer game in Albuquerque. May or June. July. I don't know. I don't remember. But anyway, we went out of town and I drank way too much vodka. And I woke up Sunday. Did you hear that? I woke up.
I don't think the mic's that good.
I woke up Sunday morning and I felt like I drank 3 bottles of vodka.
Yeah,
so
it was rough.
I think it was July
No, it was the first weekend of June.
the first weekend of June.
Yeah,
Oh yes,
because-
because it was right after I came home from Ohio in May.
Yeah, another trip to Ohio. Jamie goes on trips to Ohio like constantly.
I like to be with my family
Yeah.
sometimes. So
I'm an anomaly here. Only drink a few times a year.
I live here besides women and alcohol.
Women and alcohol. Yeah, that would be my concern. Like, because I wouldn't mind living in a place like Jomtien, just because there's cool stuff there to do, and it's really an active place.
Mhm.
But I know there's that scene there. But my concern would be if I get like a beach condo, like and then there's like bars down below that are allowed all night long.
Yeah.
It's not me. I'm a very much like it's 10 o'clock. I'm ready to fall asleep. Although I will say this last little bit of vacation I had the end of June and beginning of July, I slept in quite a bit.
Yes, he did. There were
Yeah.
a couple of times that I was like, he woke up and didn't say good morning to me because I was in Ohio, but we
Yeah.
were 2 hours ahead, and it would be like 12:30 there, and I wouldn't hear from him. And then later, he would message me and be like, "Good morning. I slept in a little bit." Hours, because normally you're up pretty early.
I haven't bought a chain maintenance kit. I mentioned in the video that I need to get one, so that's like the next thing. But yeah, I'm gonna get like the 2 brushes that go over it, and then the right grease and everything. And I need to get like a paddock stand. So then I got to buy like the little paddock ends that go on the bike to like lift up the back wheel. But they also make these little wheel ones. You just kind of roll it onto it and you can turn it while it's in the kickstand. So yeah, I need to do that for sure. I need to figure out, can I give people wrenches on here? I probably got to do it on this one up here. Add a moderator. There we go.
Manage block.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know what the difference between a managing moderator and a standing moderator is, but I'll make a couple moderators here. I never done the wrench thing. Cool, guys. You're my first wrench owners.
Prizes in the mail.
There we go. See? Yeah. Win-win. But yeah, I need to get a cleaning kit for sure. I'm learning that motorcycle maintenance and upkeep is definitely more than I anticipated. I thought I was going to buy a bike and ride a bike, and it goes in for, oil changes and tire rotations and, the things you do. And that was it. But I'm like, man, now I'm like, aside from all the fun stuff I'm doing with it, I'm like, tightening chains is something I never knew I had to do. Greasing it makes sense, and cleaning it makes sense. I didn't really think about that. Even just trying to find a plug big enough that goes in the exhaust so I can wash the bike has been difficult. I ordered one, and I thought it was the right size, and it was just way too small. It didn't fit in. It was too small to the exhaust's diameter. Yeah. I thought you were going to make it "that's what she said" joke.
I did.
Hello, we are good. How are you? We're good. It's just a nice Friday. I think the last time we did a live, it was like a Tuesday or something.
We've
And
done it on
and
Friday.
I was it always Friday? I was like super exhausted, I felt like. Let me look. I'll find out.
I don't know. He just tells me what time to be here.
They just say like a week ago. Yeah, the 21st, the 10th, the 3rd. Yeah, maybe they are just on Fridays. Either way. Yeah, just like, what do you want to talk about? You got to show up. Here's questions. We should have put a question and answer thing at the bottom. If you move to Thailand, what bike would you buy? So really, this is interesting. And I was talking to a guy I work with, John, about this. Like literally the only reason I bought a bike is so I feel proficient at riding a bike or a scooter, like in a place like Thailand, because I know there's a lot of injuries and deaths that occur like because of that, because I feel like people are renting them and just going, and then not only is like the traffic new for a lot of people, like the way that it, the congestion and everything, it's like difficult if you don't know what you're doing, right? So that's why I got a bike. So I don't know what bike I would get. I don't know. I don't think I would buy a motorcycle. I think I'd buy a scooter, like one of the bigger CC scooters. I think so. Somebody with like a 650 or a 750.
You need to
because
get
they
a
don't
Solang so I don't have to drive.
Yeah, like Mike and Nicole's Solang. Because they don't make big scooters here, right? Like you want to buy a scooter in the US, they're like 125s. You can't take them on the highway. Like there's not a very big option and market for that here. But in these scooter societies, like it seems like a great thing. They were all over Korea, and I was like, oh, it looks like so much fun.
They were crazy in Colorado too. They literally had scooter bike clubs.
Yeah, there was a scooter gang, but it was almost like a joke because it was all people with motorcycles that also got scooters. But even those were small CC. They just kind of like souped them up and put loud exhaust on them and stuff.
But they all had a lot of them were like their leather.
Oh yeah, they had like leather cuts and everything for the scooter gang.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah, they would do like pub crawls and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Ryan, is there like a preferred bike to get? Because I don't think I would get like how Titastic, man, I can't think of his name right now. He has like a Versus 650. I don't think I want like a big bike because I doubt I'd be doing a lot of like touring and stuff, but it'd be easy to get around neighborhoods and then rent a car if I was going to go a long distance. We plan on traveling, not just going to Thailand and staying in Thailand.
Yeah.
So, but it'd be nice to use the home base if we are in Asia. Dave knows how to turn a wrench. Yeah, exactly. I know. I want to see more videos of this. The Himalaya. I like the old school styling of that bike. The chain looked good. Okay, good. I hope it's only got like 2,000 miles on it. I hope I'm not replacing a chain every like 2-3 months. That would suck. If it's too tight, I'll hear it. Yeah. At first, I thought I had it too tight. What I did, and I backed it off just a touch. But the measurement where you just find that one spot on the arm, and then you just measure down a 1/4 inch. I'm like, that is a weird method. You know, like I thought it'd be more like you only get like a 1/2 inch of play in it or something. I don't know. That's just me though. That's my motorcycle brain. Ooh. Oh, Andrew. Hello. 350. Yeah. So you got a 350. That'd be good. That's the one you took when they did the whole, like, the guys went and did that big, like, scooter tour around Thailand. Yeah. I think that's the one he had. That's kind of when I got introduced to everyone, was those kind of videos where it was like Chuck and I don't think Joe did it, but James did it, and everything is pretty cool. And that's where T was. Yeah. Forza's popular. Yeah. Honda's great. I'm all about a Honda. I mean, Honda's run forever. I've owned quite a few Hondas, so I'd be fine with that. Hondas, Yamaha would be fine too. I feel like they're everywhere. Also, Titastic has a 155 Aerox. Just saw it yesterday. Honda. Yeah, some other channel. I don't know. I follow so many channels, but some other channel there, he's got like a bigger bike that's a scooter also, like a 750. Because I messaged him. I'm like, how's the suspension on a bigger bike? And he said, basically, as you get up and they become nicer and more expensive, like the suspension's better. Because that's the thing with scooters, is they don't have much suspension. You know, they're not designed to go, all crazy places. I think it is definitely storming out now. You know, I could tell you were like, I want to go look. I want to go. I want to go look.
Are you serious?
Is it raining?
It's not.
It's just being crazy.
The sun's shining.
And the trees are going crazy.
And the trees are going insane.
Guess what that means? More tumbleweeds to pick up out of the yard.
We should just take the leaf blowers.
Yamaha T-Max. Joe was there. Oh yeah, Mitch was there. Yeah. See, that's where I kind of learned who everybody was, and then I followed all their channels. Now there's just too much to watch, and I can't keep up anymore.
If you're balling, get the BMW.
Oh yeah, dude. One of the guys I work with owns like a BMW G bike. Is it the 850? I think it's really nice.
He was looking at them. but he was like, no, I'm not doing it.
Well, because I didn't want a big bike. I didn't want to spend a ton of money on a bike. So I was looking at this KTM 390 and there's a BMW 310. Both the same price. The BMW had ABS and a standard like LCD display, like gray and black, where the KTM had ABS, had traction control, had cornering ABS, had a TFT display. So I went with that one. I'm glad I did. It's a fun bike.
So I can hear him coming home like
it's so loud.
It is so loud. I was taking the trash out the other day when he had texted me and said he was on his way home, and I got it like 15 minutes. Well, I saw it 15 minutes after, and I went outside to take some trash out, and I heard him, and so I stood in the driveway, and I was like, well, I'll just wait till he comes home and greet him in the driveway, and I'm like, and then finally it got really loud and him coming up the street, but I'm pretty sure he was like a mile away, and I was like, yep, there he is.
Yeah, I wonder. You know what? I'm about to do something. I'm about to call you, like when I go to work on Monday, and have you on my headset on the bike, and then you tell me when you can no longer hear it.
Yeah, but it's funny that you said that because I was going to go stand out in the driveway, like time it or whatever, and then look on our Life 360 app and see where you were. And
but that's not accurate. You know what I mean?
I know, but at least like if I like where you're on like at TRS Day or Pebble Hills or something like that, then I could go. And I like find out where, like, and see if I can record it.
Yeah.
And see how long. Like, you're 5 minutes away from the house, and I can hear you.
Yeah, and I will purposefully be super loud too, so you can really see how far
it
away
is
I am.
So loud. And then when he like
so
starts it
fun,
up
though.
in the morning,
oh yeah,
inside the garage.
I used to walk it out, and then go in the garage, close the garage, go out the front door, and then get on the bike. And I'm like, now that I'm more comfortable on the bike, like at first I'm like, there's no way I'm going to roll out of this driveway because I'm going to like just go over the edge of the curb and crash.
It's raining now.
It is raining now. So now that I feel much more comfortable on it, I ride it out and I have a garage door remote in my little bag.
Yeah. We got into a garage.
Oh, I didn't know she was. I was yelling at the garage door, not you. Did you hear me yell?
Yeah, I did. I was like, so all right, bad. I'm walking away.
Because you hit the remote and then it starts to go down, then it starts to go up. And I'm like, oh. And I'm like looking, I'm like, there's nothing in the way of that little laser beam that checks it, So I'm like hitting it and it goes up and it goes down. I'm like, fucking stop. And I'm like yelling and you're like, okay, I'll go inside.
Like, no, you were like, what the fuck?
Oh, is that what I said?
And I was like, all right, I'm walking away. But I thought where he
I'll have to find it on video. I'm sure it's on video.
I'm sure it is. Where he was pulling out of the garage, I was standing at the garage door and it's kind of like at an angle and then the treadmill's there, so it was kind of hard to see me, but I thought he saw me.
You were behind your car, so I couldn't see.
Yeah.
And
so the day before I had like watched him pull out and I put the garage door down, and so I thought he saw me sitting there. So
now it's like
I just walked away.
I'll put the garage door down, or I'm not going to put the garage door down.
Did you hear the garage door open at 4:45 this morning?
No, why?
I went to close the visor and opened the garage door when I was taking Theron to work.
Oh no!
I saw it and then put it down right away. But
easy to have it changed. The chain? Oh yeah. I think I could probably do that. In anything, well, I don't know. I don't know if I'm comfortable taking apart like the sprocket that's on the engine. All that cover and stuff, I'd have to look. BMW makes a really nice scooter here, but you pay for it. Yeah, I don't need something nice. I honestly kind of like the old school looking ones.
Yeah.
I know they're not as safe, and I like all the ability to have like a high quality headlight and ABS and all that. But like the old school looking ones that like I've seen like Joe and Gif on, like I like that style. The ones that are like almost look like those bicycles where you had like an engine on it, a moped,
like an e-bike.
No, like a moped.
Oh,
like they're really skinny and really like they're just like the normal what you would see a traditional like Thai bike. I would say like a non-modern one. I dig those ones. Those are more my style. KTM's a good pick. Yeah, I mean it's got ups and downs. It's not the greatest bike ever, but I didn't want to spend like much more money than I did. So I don't know. I get looking though on the internet at like more of a street bike, and I'm like, oh man, this 900, this Yamaha is so nice. I'm like, if I trade my bike in, it'll only be like $4,000. Then I could get that. And I'm like, no, I just need to keep what I got. Don't need another bike. No. I need to get her a bike. I need to get her riding.
I have a bike. So cool.
Oh, now see, I gotta do math. They've put bought prices on here.
Well, 400,000.
400,000 is 11,500.
Yeah.
Because that's what Kara's surgery costs. So you could either have a brand new hip or get that 750 moped or scooter that you want. That's so random. And the other one's like 5,200. That's not bad.
No,
that's probably what I would pay. Honestly, depending on where we end up going, and I know you guys are like based in Thailand, you live in Thailand, we probably just rent one for like a month.
Yeah.
Because I plan to like go around kind of different places every month and then leave the country and go somewhere else and come back, So I probably just rent one for like a, find a reliable one, not just some crappy one to rent.
Yeah, we have a lot of places that we want to go. So.
Yeah. I mean, Thailand looks pretty legit, but I may like, some other country better. You never know. We may end up not liking it all and just moving back here to El Paso. Probably not going to happen. I would say that's very far.
Something very drastic would have to happen for us to like move back here or move back home.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I imagine we'll come back to the US and maybe stay for a couple of years even, and then go back somewhere else. I don't know. I don't like to like try and make too much plans, because then that's all I think about. Suspension. Yeah.
Because in the last
Maui has one. Yep. Okay. Yeah. That's where I saw a video where he was riding around. He just did like a little bike tour thing and then went to the beach. You saw what? You're so much farther down than I am. Let me catch up. I can use that one anytime. The Himalaya, I totally want to ride the Himalaya. Rental bike is a great option to see what you like. Exactly. That was the issue here, because you don't get to really test drive any bikes unless they're used. And me not being skilled, I didn't feel comfortable even taking one for a test ride anyway if I could. So I just kind of bought the bike and been like, hope this bike doesn't suck. Hope I just don't feel really uncomfortable on it, or it doesn't feel right. Hondas. I can use Dave's after he gets a battery for it. That's right. If Honda can find you a battery, it's weird that like a very popular bike in Thailand, they couldn't find a battery for. It sounded a little bizarre.
we'll find a battery. That'll be our payment for using it. We'll find a battery and then use it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
If you're talking about the KTM like bikes, like, well, that no, it's a 750. Like the 790 is like 16,000 or something. Like, I'm not gonna pay that much for a bike when it's my first bike. No. And honestly, like I've said before, I'm glad I got the bike I got, because as I was learning to ride, I could have easily gotten out of control or like wrecked the bike or rear-ended somebody because of just not shifting well and not braking well while I was learning. So I'm glad that I just had a 390. So if I like hit the gas too hard, I just went like slightly faster. Because you're like turning out from, you're like a stop and you're turning to get onto a road, and if you drop the clutch too fast and grab too much gas, like you kind of just zip out there. I would have gone like kind of not turned quick enough and gone over a curb on the, and then wrecked my brand new bike, which I've seen videos on the internet of people taking their brand new street bikes and crashing them like down the street from the dealership. And it's like, whew, that's rough.
Remember when you sold your Jeep and got
yeah. I had a 90, 92, 93, 94. Oh yeah. 94.5, something like that. Jeep Cherokee, the old XJ square body, right? With the inline 6 bulletproof engine, all that. So I traded it in because it was lifted and had some wheels on it and everything. It was a great bike. But
Jeep.
Oh, sorry. Jeep. Yeah. You got me saying the wrong things. I'm trying to also find a photo of it while I'm talking about it. But it was a great, great bike. And then I had to go from Texas to school in Jackson, South Carolina, Fort Jackson. And I knew that thing was not going to make it there. So I traded in for a Chevy Colorado, a bright yellow Chevy Colorado. And it is a good truck. It used to be like an old, like advanced auto parts truck that I bought. So it had kind of just been around town miles on it. It had low miles, but it still was in pretty good shape. Yeah, I'm trying to find it with the wheels on it. This isn't it because we didn't have. I feel like I'm going past where it is.
Yeah.
Man, I had one with the wheels on it. Anyway, as I'm ruining the conversation, trying to talk about things.
That has the lift on it.
It has a lift, but not the wheels.
Oh.
And I have a picture because I got yelled at for driving over to that area. That wasn't supposed to be. Share. I forget how to share a screen. Present. Share screen. Photos. Share. And it may pop up. There it is. Yeah.
There's Alice.
That was Alice. Yeah, she was my cool Jeep I had. But anyway,
I had to keep a milk crate in there so his mom and I could get in the.
Oh, there's Maddie with moves in her teeth. But yeah, I bought a suspension for it and everything. It was awesome. And then I needed to trade it in, and the guy called me like after I traded in, and he said some guy bought it and the engine blew up like the day he bought it.
He pulled it out of the lot and up the street, and it died. And they called him. He called the dealership. And
I think he drove it too hard because you had to be easy with it. I mean, it was an old Jeep. You could tell it was not like, let's just floor it in this Jeep and go everywhere. And I thought he was on the highway to Copper's Cove in Hood.
No, he was right up the street from it.
Wow, that's new. I didn't know that. Sorry, guy.
That's what you told me. So
yeah, I thought he was down the street isn't going to Copper's Cove at like 80 miles an hour in a Jeep like that.
I love that thing. I used to go play in puddles when it rained.
It was fun. I could not test drive the Forza. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. Learning more about the bike world, I guess that makes sense because you have to break it in more. You know, with a car, they never tell you, oh, don't go, put the engine over this amount of RPMs and don't do this and that. If you turn that around, it's going to fall.
It's got double-sided sticky tape on it.
Yeah, there's a reason it's there like that because it fell again. But you can put it up there.
I'm going to take the
what are you going to do?
Tape off.
Okay, take the tape off. See, we're talking about a coin. She's not going to show you. We're just going to have a private conversation during our live stream.
It's a coin.
Yeah, it's Tropic Lightning. That's Chuck always talks about that. He was in the 25th ID. So yeah. So he's got that on a bunch of shirts.
He put a
sticker on his car.
Yep.
You don't get to see it anymore. You only got 2 seconds.
Oh my gosh. There's one side.
Yeah.
There's the other side.
Okay, I want a demo event here. Oh, a demo event. So that would be cool. A demo event would be cool. I know they do a lot of demo events for like press in the US. I don't know how much they do it for bikes. I don't know. And I was at the hospital the other day picking up a medication, and I saw like a Honda, what is it called? Like an NC 700, the one with the automatic transmission. I wish the guy was there. I would ask if I could just take it around the block because I wonder what that feels like riding that with an auto transmission. It was on my short list. All right, Ryan.
Bye.
We're not going to be on here much longer either. We just wanted to check in, do these lives. They're fun.
Mm-hmm. I got to cook dinner.
I learn about things all the time. Apparently, the guys bought my Jeep broke down the street.
You
He
can't
I
count
probably
on.
told you.
You can't count on him to.
I don't remember
to tell
anything.
you
I
because
don't
he doesn't remember
Yeah,
anything.
I'm really bad about
He
it.
will ask me 4 times in one day about the same thing. I love him, but he needs some ginkgo biloba.
But I also make lists and live by these lists, and then I make sure that the things on the list get done. So I've just adapted to the ability that I can't remember a damn thing. You know, just how it is.
My mom's boyfriend says, "What is that stuff that you use for your there's commercials for it? Hold on, let me
Stuff that you use
for
that
your
you take?
memory. It's a medicine.
Oh, that what's it called? I know what you're talking about. It's got like a brain on the side of it, of the jar.
Medicine for is it Nariva?
Yeah, it's like Nutrigenics or something like that. I don't know. I'm not taking it probably. I already take enough things.
I know, but it was funny because my mom's boyfriend,
That one.
Nariva. He said I was gonna buy myself some Nariva, but I forgot.
Oh, that's funny. It's like the lady that put us. There's a commercial for Geico here where they put us. I'll just put that note on my phone, and she actually writes a sticky note and just sticks it to her phone.
Oh, and it says pick that up from the airport.
Yeah, and yeah, it was funny. Oh, who's here? Hey, Nanette.
Hello.
Oh, where are we at? Nanette. Hello. I just watched your video earlier. Your drive to. I'm going to mispronounce it. Quezon, Quzon.
Quiznos?
Quezon? No, it's a town
I know.
in the Philippines. Yeah, it reminded me strangely a lot of South Korea. Like when you're on the train, there'll be like nothing, and then it'll be like big city and skyrise and like cranes on top of buildings, and then there's nothing, and then skyrise. And it reminded me a lot of that, how much it's being built up there. Yeah, it was very cool to see it. I didn't know you could put a video vertically on YouTube that wasn't a short, because it was a long form video. It was like a 10-minute video, but it was vertical and I could expand it and it was the whole screen. It didn't do that thing where like the sides are black.
Oh, okay. That's
I don't
weird.
know. Huh. You got some talent, because I don't know how to do that at all. But I'll figure it out eventually, or not. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a long video vertically. Maybe okay, so I can put the vertical mount on my motorcycle helmet for the camera. See if I can do a cool vertical one. See what that looks like. It's an idea. So you look like you're falling asleep. She hasn't yawned though. I haven't noticed a single yawn today.
Twice.
Have you tried? You hidden it from me? Like, look over there.
Goodness. Now I'm gonna yawn because you said something about it. Should have brought an energy drink with me instead of a beverage.
I had one today at the lab for a little bit down there at the lab, and I had one. It's not really a lab; it's just a computer lab. So it's a lab. Like it makes it sound like we're mad scientists working in a lab, right? We just had to go down to the lab.
I immediately
drink
think
an energy drink. What'd you think?
I think the lab, like where you go get blood work and stuff.
Oh, like a medical. Okay, yeah. I'm thinking like scientific. You're thinking like medical. Yeah. No, it's definitely just a secret room with a bunch of secret computers in it that do secret things.
Top secret ninja.
Top secret. So we have to keep our phones outside the room. So which is why I miss phone calls sometimes. Oh, I was supposed to call Steve.
You said when you got home you were waiting on him to call you.
Yeah, and then he was like, "I'll hit you up later," and he never did. So maybe he'll call me tomorrow. He should know. It's after 5. Probably not going to answer it for work stuff. Oh my God, they were going crazy in the chat. I'm getting my hair cut. I left work early today, and I went and got my hair cut, and the chat is going crazy with all the stuff they're doing. I'm like, what? You go home, people. Go home. Anyway, that's my little rant for this video. You ready to sign off, babe?
Yeah, I'm
you have
hungry.
Any other story to say?
I don't have any other stories.
We are going to...
Our daughter started her senior year of high school on Monday.
Yes. Yep. First day of school.
Yeah, so she's a senior.
She is. Yep. She's doing good. And we'll talk about some dog stuff next video, because we got some crazy things going on with dogs.
Yeah.
But anyway, here's Here's a picture of her on her first day.
Yeah.
Share.
She's so
last day. She looks so happy to have her
Last
photo
first
taken.
day.
Last yeah. Last first day. Yeah. Yeah. And she's standing strategically to block like all the dishes and stuff on the counters, which was nice. You can see the one little like what you're drinking there. It's funny.
that was my pineapple one.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're gonna check out.
Dave said something.
I want to do. I didn't know. So let your daughter.
My daughter went to.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's so awesome. Oh wow, 60 different.
That
countries?
is great.
That's
cool.
Awesome.
Is she still in Korea or are they back? I don't really know how long they went there. I guess it was just a short period.
That is really, really cool.
USA 1, Thailand 3rd. Okay, cool. That's great.
I sang.
Congratulations.
I sang in high school, and I remember my junior year, we won a state competition, and we got to go to Wilmington, and we went and performed at Busch Gardens. And then after we performed and everything, then we got to go to the park for free and everything.
Been back for 8 days. Okay, cool. Well, she was there a good while then. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's really awesome. I missed that. That was like probably the only thing that got me through high school because I hated school. Hated it.
Yeah.
And I was not a very good student.
And Maddie constantly is like, I'm already sick of school. It's like day 3 and I'm already sick. I'm like, just make it through this year, girl.
When I picked
just
her
make
up,
it through this year and then you can do whatever you want to do.
Just keep pushing. When I picked her up from school on Monday, she was like, oh, I don't want to go to school tomorrow. Like literally, you just finished your first day of school.
She only with all the days off they get and everything, she has like 100 days of school left and she's done. So just get it done. And then you can do whatever you want to do with the rest of your life.
Yeah.
We're going to live here another like 4 years before I can retire. So you got a place to stay while you're going to school or figuring out your life. But
yeah,
you can figure out your life. All right.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, well, Dave.
Time of her life at 17. Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Eat your veggies. Watch your salt intake.
Everybody should eat their veggies. We're eating veggies tonight. We're eating cauliflower covered in cheese.
But it's a homemade cheese, so it's not like some weird it's like a homemade cheese sauce, I should say.
Yeah.
It's not like he said Cheese Whiz. I thought you were gonna get Cheese Whiz, and I said no, I'm making it. Now, if I would have brought home Cheese Whiz, he probably would have said, "Oh, I thought you were gonna make a cheesy sauce to put on the cauliflower."
I would have just made mac and cheese and diced up all the cauliflower and threw it in there.
No.
So you wouldn't even know it's there.
I don't like cauliflower and noodles.
Cauliflower pizza crust. I've had those. Yeah. They're not the best.
I like
I'm not like gluten free though. So.
Mod pizzas.
Does a cauliflower?
Their cauliflower crust is really good, and I think that Pyology does it too. But Mod's pizzas is really good. But I hate frozen ones, like where you buy like the frozen crust or whatever. Those ones are salty.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna check out.
All right,
we're gonna try for the 3rd time to call it an end to this video.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good night, day.
What?
I said have a good night or day.
Oh yeah, because it's tomorrow morning some places. All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.